So this is our Quadrifire Castile insert, and we had it installed in May, and this is really the first winter we're using it, other than a few test fires. And what's different about this is this actually is not a real fireplace. We kind of made it just for the insert because my wife didn't want it coming out into the room, and we have a unique setup where behind this is the stairwell to our basement, and it's not a basement we use because it's an old stone foundation Michigan basement that is not real nice. So anyways, we've been using it to heat our house. Love it. We just got to keep up on the maintenance. You know, every few days I vacuum it out with an ash vacuum, and then once every few weeks or so, you know, I take out the baffle, clean up in there. Pretty easy, really. It takes maybe 5 minutes and then 15 minutes to do each of those. But I can show you the what I mean with the stairwell. But first, up front here, you know, this was just a corner in our dining room, and it's kind of in the center of the house, which works out great for heat distribution. So what I did is I had built a frame for the hearth, and then I had a friend come and cut a hole in the wall and made a shelf on the back side to support it. And we had the company come and install it, and then we had another friend come and build the mantle, and then we painted it. So, you know, I could show you right around the corner here. This is the thermostat right here for the pellet stove, and there's the regular thermostat we have on as well in case the pellet stove dies or something. We got backup. So this is a Lux Pro, so I can set the swing on it. I have the swing set to 1.5 degrees either way, and I have it set to 71 for the temperature, and it works well. So you can see it's actually ramping down there. So if we go around the back side here, here's the door to the basement. And I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a shelf that has some supports, and the shelf is quite thick, so it's very heavy duty. It's probably 1.5 inches thick plywood, and you can see it goes right up through and out the roof. So I have another friend who does metal work, and he built this aluminum surround for me. Only weighs a few pounds. That way it kind of reflects the heat back into the room, and you don't get the dank basement air coming up through and into the upstairs. You can see right here, right there, we have the outside air kit coming in through the bottom there and goes right into the back of the insert. If I were to take this off, it's easy. It's only about 8 screws holding that on there, and that comes right off in about 2 minutes, and I can get right into the back side of the insert and do any maintenance or, you know, repairs in the future if it need be. So I just have some ceramic insulation there to keep the air in around the pipe. So, you know, surge protector in the corner there, and it's a pretty nice setup. We like it, and we're real happy with it. Come back around here. You can see we had a light switch on this wall. We put that right in the side of the mantle, and the thermostat for the furnace was actually over here, so we moved that as well. And we got a ceiling fan right in this room, so it distributes the heat right into our living room, into our kitchen, and we got back entry over there, you know, and it keeps our main floor. Our furnace has never kicked on yet. Granted, it has not been a very cold winter yet, but it works well. If we had the room and the money, I probably would have gone with a larger unit. This one only kicks out about 35,000 BTU. So we did a few cold days where it basically ran all day to keep temperature. That was only when it was 20, so I'm not sure how it will do, but I don't think I could have fit the Quadra-Fire Mount Vernon, for example, is about 5 or 6 inches wider and about 4 or 5 inches taller, or vice versa. And it's also a good $1,000 more than this one. So you can see we're constrained by the corner of the wall and the doorway there, and if I would have gotten a larger insert, I just think it would have looked too large for the area and just wouldn't fit. We got about 1,500 square feet on the main floor here. The back entry over there, we do have some electric floor base heaters to help out. Those were there before we had this installed, but I guess it wasn't going out. I just had it on low, so the fire's a little lower in there. So anyways, I would recommend one. We have propane. You know, I spent $2,500 last year on propane. You know, this I got 3 tons for, I got them for $200 a ton, so for $600, hopefully, it'll get me through the entire season. It's quite a bit cheaper. A little bit of maintenance, but like I said, it's 5 minutes every couple days. You know, 15 minutes every couple weeks. I take the baffles out in the back plates there and vacuum behind there. Fill it with pellets a couple times a day. We just have one of those, you know, little coal buckets that we use, and not that one. That one's decorative, really. So works great. I would recommend one. Went with Quadra-Fire just because of the looks. My wife preferred the look of this one better. Not sure. And I like the fact that it runs off thermostat. Whereas with some of the other ones, they can do it, but or they have a remote sensor that you have in the room. It just didn't, it seemed like more hassle where you have to adjust all the feed rates and go, you know, I didn't want to tinker. I just wanted to, you know, fill it up, clean it, and have it run off thermostat and don't have to worry about it. I would have liked to try to Harman, but maybe in the next house. I have no problems with this one. So anyways, there is our review. Our little project over this last summer, and we're very happy with it. And, you know, add some nice character and ambiance to the house too. You know, this house is from 1860, so it is an old house, and we're out in the country, so we don't have any natural gas or any other type of heat we can use other than propane or oil, and I think it was a good choice. Pay for itself in a couple of years. So anyways, if you have any questions, you can comment or I can answer them for you, but here you go. Have a good day.